Life is filled with challenges, and how we respond to them can make all the difference in our journey toward success. Instead of being paralyzed by the weight of obstacles, adopting a solution-oriented mindset allows us to confront difficulties head-on. This shift in thinking is powerful because it transforms the energy spent on worrying into productive efforts that drive us toward resolution. When we encounter a problem, the tendency is often to focus on the negative aspects, how it's impossible, how it's unfair, or how it will be difficult to overcome. However, by consciously shifting our focus from the problem to potential solutions, we open ourselves up to new possibilities. When we adopt a solution-oriented mindset, we train our minds to look for ways to resolve issues, no matter how daunting they may seem. This doesn't mean ignoring the reality of the problem, but instead seeking ways to tackle it effectively. It's about choosing to respond positively to challenges, viewing them as temporary and solvable rather than insurmountable. This mindset empowers us to act rather than stay stuck in a place of helplessness. In times of struggle, the more we practice this way of thinking, the more naturally it will come. Over time, we start seeing problems not as roadblocks, but as opportunities for innovation and growth. Taking small but significant steps can often make the biggest difference. One of the most common reasons people feel overwhelmed by obstacles is because they see them as large, immovable walls. This often leads to procrastination or giving up altogether. But breaking down the issue into smaller, manageable pieces changes everything. The overwhelming task becomes a series of bite-sized challenges, each one more manageable than the last. It's crucial to remember that no obstacle is too big when tackled piece by piece. The key is to avoid seeing the entire challenge as one giant mountain to climb. Instead, view it as a sequence of steps. This approach allows us to focus on what's right in front of us, creating a clearer path forward. Whether it's a project at work, a personal goal, or a complicated life situation, tackling one small step at a time builds a sense of accomplishment. Each small victory creates momentum and helps to sustain your energy for the next step. Eventually, these incremental steps add up to significant progress. This method also prevents burnout as the mental load becomes lighter and easier to manage, one step at a time. In the face of adversity, it's important to understand that setbacks are not failures, but opportunities for growth. In fact, every challenge carries with it a valuable lesson. When things don't go as planned, we often have the chance to learn something new about ourselves or the situation at hand. These experiences shape our resilience and build our strength. By analyzing our setbacks, we can identify what went wrong and adjust our approach. Embracing failure is part of the journey. It doesn't define us, but it does refine us. It's essential to keep in mind that no one has ever succeeded without facing some form of failure along the way. But what truly separates those who succeed from those who don't is the ability to learn from mistakes rather than letting them defeat us. Each time we fail and rise again, we're strengthening our ability to handle future challenges. The key is not to dwell on the failure itself, but to focus on the lessons learned, which will be invaluable as we move forward. Being committed to a goal is more than just setting it. It's about staying dedicated to it even when the going gets tough. Commitment is a force that keeps us going even when we feel like quitting. Often, it's in the darkest moments that our commitment to our vision is tested. It's in those moments of struggle that perseverance becomes our greatest ally. If we are committed to our goals, we can weather any storm, no matter how fierce. Commitment is what fuels our ability to push through obstacles when the path is unclear. It's the internal drive that keeps us moving forward, even when external circumstances are unfavorable. What commitment does is anchor us to our goals. When we truly believe in what we're working toward, we will find a way, no matter how many obstacles stand in our path. Every challenge is an opportunity to prove our dedication and test our resolve. Through this unwavering commitment, we build not only success, but also character. Nobody achieves their dreams alone. Having a strong network of people who support you during tough times is one of the greatest assets you can have. In moments of challenge, it's easy to feel isolated or like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. But having someone to turn to, whether for advice, encouragement, or just a listening ear, can make all the difference. Support systems provide us with the strength to keep going when we feel like giving up. They remind us that we're not alone in our struggles. Having a support system doesn't mean just relying on others, but also offering your own support in return. The give and take of a meaningful relationship creates a balance that nourishes everyone involved. Whether it's friends, family, or colleagues, a strong support system offers the emotional resilience needed to tackle life's challenges. When you have people around you who believe in you and cheer you on, it gives you the courage to keep moving forward. Perfectionism can often be a stumbling block when trying to overcome obstacles. The desire to have everything fall into place perfectly before taking action can paralyze us. However, the key to success is not waiting for the perfect moment, but taking action regardless of the circumstances. Action, even imperfect, propels us toward progress and growth. It's important to remember that perfection is a myth. Every step, no matter how small, gets us closer to our goal. When we take action, we are actively participating in our success story. Each decision, no matter how minor it seems, is a step toward the resolution of our obstacles. The more we act, the more clarity we gain about the next steps. Perfection may never come, but progress is always within our reach if we continue to move forward, even if the path isn't ideal. It's through action that we discover new ways to tackle challenges and ultimately overcome them. Every obstacle we face is not the end of the road, but the beginning of a new chapter. By choosing to stay focused, take action, and lean on those who support us, we can turn our obstacles into stepping stones on the path to success. Life has a way of throwing challenges our way that often feel insurmountable. The weight of these challenges can sometimes feel unbearable, especially when they seem too large to tackle in one go. It's easy to become overwhelmed by the size of the problem, leaving us frozen in place, unsure of where to start. However, the key to overcoming these obstacles lies not in facing them head-on all at once, but in taking small, manageable steps. By breaking down a large challenge into smaller, bite-sized tasks, we can gain the clarity and focus needed to move forward. When confronted with an overwhelming problem, the first instinct is often to put it off, hoping that somehow it will resolve itself or that the situation will change. This avoidance, however, doesn't solve the problem. It only prolongs the stress and anxiety. Instead, by taking the first small step, we begin the process of moving forward. Progress doesn't happen in one giant leap, but in a series of smaller, calculated actions. The act of starting, no matter how small, is often the hardest part, but it is also the most powerful. Once we begin, even in the smallest of ways, the momentum starts to build. Taking incremental steps helps break the task down into more digestible pieces, allowing us to tackle one issue at a time. Rather than feeling burdened by the enormity of the task at hand, we can focus on what's in front of us right now. It's about the present moment in making steady progress. Each small step leads to another, and soon the challenge that once seemed so large becomes a collection of manageable tasks that we can navigate with confidence. This approach isn't just about making progress, it's about maintaining a sense of accomplishment and motivation throughout the journey. When we make steady progress, we feel empowered. Each completed task, no matter how small, fuels our determination to continue. It's easy to become discouraged when we focus only on the end goal, especially when that goal seems far off. But when we focus on small steps, we can celebrate each success along the way. This builds a sense of achievement, which keeps us moving forward one step at a time. Another powerful benefit of taking incremental steps is that it helps us avoid burnout. When faced with a large challenge, it's easy to push ourselves too hard, trying to do everything at once. However, this can lead to exhaustion, frustration, and even giving up. By breaking down the challenge into smaller tasks, we avoid overwhelming ourselves. This approach allows us to conserve energy and maintain focus without burning out. The goal is to keep moving forward without exhausting ourselves. And taking incremental steps is the key to achieving this balance. Moreover, by focusing on small actions, we allow ourselves the opportunity to adjust as needed. Life is unpredictable and things don't always go according to plan. But when we focus on one task at a time, it's easier to reassess and adjust our course when things go awry. If something doesn't work out, we don't feel like we've failed. We simply adjust and continue. Small, consistent actions allow for more flexibility and adaptability, making it easier to adjust along the way without losing sight of the bigger picture. Taking incremental steps also helps us to stay grounded and focused. It's easy to get caught up in the stress of thinking about everything at once. The fear of failure, the pressure to succeed, and the weight of the problem can cause our minds to race, making it hard to focus. However, when we take things one step at a time, we can bring our attention back to the present moment. We concentrate on what needs to be done now, not what will need to be done later. This focus on the immediate task allows us to perform with greater clarity and efficiency. Additionally, small steps help to create a routine and structure that can guide us through difficult times. When the challenge seems daunting, having a clear path of smaller steps provides us with direction. This structure helps us to organize our thoughts, set priorities, and stay on track. Knowing exactly what we need to do next provides a sense of control, and this control is essential when dealing with overwhelming situations. The more structure we create, the more manageable the challenge becomes. This incremental approach also has a compounding effect. Over time, the small steps we take build upon each other, creating significant progress. While it may seem like little is happening in the short term, when you look back at how far you've come, the impact is undeniable. The key is consistency. As long as we continue to take those small steps, no matter how insignificant they may seem at the time, the progress will accumulate and lead to substantial results. Ultimately, the practice of taking incremental steps transforms the way we approach obstacles. Instead of seeing them as overwhelming barriers that cannot be crossed, we begin to see them as a series of manageable tasks that we can tackle one by one. This mindset shift is powerful because it empowers us to act, to keep moving forward, and to persist even when the road ahead seems long. The journey may still be difficult, but by breaking it down into smaller, achievable steps, we create a path that leads to success. And with each step we take, we grow stronger, more resilient, and more confident in our ability to overcome any obstacle that comes our way. Failure is something many of us fear, yet it's an inevitable part of life. It's a word that often carries a heavy emotional weight, evoking feelings of disappointment, self-doubt, and frustration. But what if failure isn't something to fear? What if it's the most valuable tool for personal growth and success? Learning from failure is one of the most empowering actions you can take on your journey toward achieving your goals. It's not about the setback itself, but how you respond to it that defines your path forward. Each failure, no matter how big or small, is a lesson in disguise. Instead of seeing failure as the end, shift your perspective and see it as an opportunity to grow. When something doesn't go as planned, take a moment to reflect on what went wrong. What could have been done differently? What did you learn from the experience that you can apply in the future? By asking yourself these questions, you're not only accepting responsibility, but also taking control of your journey. Understanding what went wrong gives you the chance to improve and adjust your approach the next time you face a similar situation. Learning from failure is also about developing resilience. Life can be tough, and things won't always go your way, no matter how hard you try. However, the ability to bounce back from failure with renewed determination is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. Failure isn't a reflection of your worth or abilities. It's merely a temporary obstacle in the road. Resilience allows you to face setbacks head-on and come out stronger on the other side. The more you learn from your failures, the more resilient you become, and the better equipped you are to handle future challenges. One of the most significant benefits of learning from failure is that it teaches you the importance of perseverance. Success rarely happens overnight. It's a long, often winding road that is filled with obstacles and setbacks. Those who achieve greatness are the ones who keep pushing forward even when faced with failure. Failure is not a sign to stop. It's a signal to try again, armed with the knowledge and insights gained from previous attempts. Every time you get up after a failure, you strengthen your perseverance, making it easier to push through obstacles in the future. This cycle of trying, failing, learning, and growing creates a sense of momentum that ultimately leads to success. Another crucial aspect of learning from failure is that it helps you to become more adaptable. Life is unpredictable and plans often don't unfold as we expect. When things go wrong, it's important to be flexible and willing to adapt. Failure teaches you how to pivot when necessary, how to adjust your plans and strategies, and how to embrace change. Instead of clinging to a plan that's no longer working, learning from failure encourages you to be creative and resourceful in finding new ways to reach your goals. Flexibility is key in a world that is constantly changing, and those who are willing to learn from their failures can easily adapt to new circumstances. In addition to fostering resilience and adaptability, learning from failure helps you develop self-awareness. It's easy to get caught up in the external circumstances and blame others or the situation for your failure. However, true growth happens when you take a moment to reflect inwardly. Ask yourself, what can I do better? How can I improve? This level of introspection leads to greater self-awareness, which is essential for personal development. When you recognize your weaknesses, you can work on strengthening them. Similarly, when you identify your strengths, you can leverage them to achieve your goals. Self-awareness is the foundation of self-improvement, and failure provides the opportunity to look inward and gain a deeper understanding of yourself. Learning from failure also teaches you the importance of taking risks. Many people shy away from failure because they're afraid of the consequences. But without taking risks, you limit your potential for growth. Every time you step out of your comfort zone and take a chance, you open yourself up to new opportunities and experiences. Even if you fail, you gain valuable insights and expand your horizons. Fear of failure often holds people back from reaching their true potential. However, when you embrace failure as a part of the process, you become more willing to take risks, knowing that even if you don't succeed immediately, you will still learn something valuable that will help you grow. Ultimately, failure is not something to fear, but something to embrace. It's an essential part of the journey to success. When you learn from failure, you develop the resilience, perseverance, adaptability, and self-awareness needed to achieve your goals. Every setback provides an opportunity to grow, to refine your approach, and to get closer to your desired outcome. Failure is not the end of the road. It's merely a detour on the path to success. The more you learn from your failures, the stronger and more capable you become. So the next time you face a setback, instead of seeing it as a failure, view it as a lesson and an opportunity to become better. Success is built on the foundation of learning from the mistakes and challenges along the way. In the face of life's challenges, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, uncertain, or even ready to give up. We all encounter moments when the weight of our dreams or goals feels too heavy, and the obstacles in our path seem insurmountable. In these moments, what truly makes a difference is the ability to maintain unwavering commitment to the journey, even when things get tough. Commitment is more than just an abstract idea. It's a powerful force that fuels us to keep going when everything around us seems to suggest we should stop. When we commit to something, whether it's a personal goal, a professional dream, or a deep desire, we are pledging to ourselves that we will not give up, no matter how difficult the road becomes. Commitment is what keeps us grounded when the world feels chaotic. It is the anchor that prevents us from drifting away from our purpose and losing sight of what we're striving to achieve. In times of uncertainty or doubt, commitment reminds us why we started in the first place. It serves as a guiding light, showing us the path ahead even when the way forward is unclear. The power of unwavering commitment lies in its ability to drive us forward despite the obstacles that inevitably arise. When we stay committed, we keep moving, even when progress feels slow or the end goal seems distant. One of the greatest challenges people face is the temptation to quit when things aren't going according to plan. The road to success is rarely linear. It's filled with setbacks, disappointments, and unexpected twists. However, it's in these moments that our commitment is truly tested. The ability to push forward in the face of adversity, to keep believing in ourselves and our vision, is what sets those who achieve their dreams apart from those who don't. Commitment means staying the course even when the results aren't immediately apparent. It means trusting the process even when it feels like progress is stalled. It's this deep belief in the value of the journey that keeps us going. When we remain unwavering in our commitment, we also learn to embrace the discomfort and challenges that come with it. Achieving our dreams requires sacrifice, effort, and persistence. It's easy to get discouraged when things don't go as expected, but it's important to remember that obstacles are not signs that we should quit. They are opportunities for growth. Every time we push through a difficult moment, we become stronger, more resilient, and better prepared for the next challenge. Commitment doesn't promise that the journey will be easy, but it does promise that it will be worth it. It's about finding the strength within ourselves to keep moving forward, one step at a time, even when it feels like the world is against us. There will be days when everything seems to be going wrong and the weight of our goals feels unbearable. On those days, unwavering commitment is what allows us to keep going. It's a reminder that progress is not always linear and setbacks are simply a part of the process. It's on the tough days that we discover what we're truly made of. True commitment means persevering through the hardest moments and trusting that in time, the efforts we put in will pay off. It's about showing up every day, even when it feels like we're not making progress, because we believe in the end result. The journey towards success is often long, and there will undoubtedly be moments when we question whether it's all worth it. It's easy to get discouraged and wonder if the sacrifices are worth the reward. However, unwavering commitment allows us to see the bigger picture. It helps us remember why we started in the first place and what's at stake. When we commit to something wholeheartedly, we are investing in ourselves and our future. The vision we have for our lives, our goals, and our dreams is what keeps us focused, even when the road is tough. Commitment is not about avoiding challenges, but about facing them with determination and a belief in our ability to overcome them. There will be times when external circumstances challenge our commitment. The opinions of others, the weight of expectations, and unforeseen setbacks can all make us question whether we're on the right path. However, unwavering commitment means trusting ourselves and our abilities. It means not allowing external pressures to dictate our course. Instead, we rely on our inner strength and conviction to keep moving forward, knowing that we are the ones who ultimately determine our success. The commitment to our goals comes from within, and it's this internal drive that sustains us through difficult times. Another key aspect of maintaining unwavering commitment is the ability to stay focused. It's easy to get distracted by the many challenges and temptations that life throws at us. But when we stay committed, we remain focused on our vision and refuse to let anything deter us from reaching our goals. This level of focus helps us filter out distractions and keep our attention on what truly matters. Commitment gives us the clarity to prioritize what is important and avoid wasting time on things that don't contribute to our success. Unwavering commitment is also about understanding that success is not an instant result. It is a culmination of all the small, consistent actions we take day after day. Every small step we take toward our goal counts. And over time, those steps build into something much greater. When we commit to something, we're not just focusing on the end result, we're embracing the process and recognizing that each step, no matter how small, is an important part of the journey. In the face of doubt, uncertainty, and difficulty, maintaining unwavering commitment can be the difference between achieving our dreams and giving up. It's about holding on to our belief in ourselves and our vision, even when everything around us seems to be crumbling. Commitment is the fuel that propels us forward when we feel like we can't go any further. It's the unwavering belief that no matter what, we will keep moving toward our goals. When we stay committed, we don't just achieve success, we also grow stronger, more resilient, and more confident in our ability to overcome whatever challenges lie ahead. At every stage of life, we face challenges that seem daunting, whether they are personal, professional, or emotional. When the weight of the world feels too heavy to carry alone, it's easy to feel isolated and overwhelmed. However, in those very moments, it's crucial to recognize the power of those around us. A strong support network is one of the most valuable assets we can have in our pursuit of success, happiness, and well-being. Not just about having people to lean on, it's about tapping into a collective strength that allows us to overcome obstacles, grow, and thrive. A support network is more than just a group of people who provide emotional comfort during tough times. It's about surrounding ourselves with individuals who offer encouragement, wisdom, guidance, and a sense of accountability. These are the people who lift us up when we falter, push us when we're hesitant, and celebrate our victories no matter how small. The beauty of a support network is that it's not just one-dimensional. It's a multifaceted source of strength, offering us various forms of help based on what we need at any given time. In moments of doubt or struggle, it's easy to fall into the trap of believing that we have to do everything alone. This mindset often leads to burnout, frustration, and a sense of isolation. However, when we acknowledge the power of our support network, we begin to realize that we don't have to carry the weight by ourselves. Whether it's family, friends, colleagues, mentors, or even professional networks, the people who surround us have the potential to provide invaluable support. The key is learning to leverage that network effectively. Sometimes we may feel like we're burdening others by asking for help. And the truth is, the people in our lives want to support us. They care about our success and well-being. A support network thrives on mutual trust and understanding. Just as we offer our support to others when they need it, it's essential to allow others to do the same for us. Reaching out for help is not a sign of weakness. It's a demonstration of strength and self-awareness. It's about recognizing that we don't have all the answers, and that's okay. There is no shame in leaning on others when the challenges we face feel too big to handle alone. One of the most powerful ways to leverage a support network is through mentorship. Having someone who has been through similar experiences can provide invaluable insight and guidance. Mentors offer not just advice, but wisdom born of their own struggles and successes. Their experiences can help us navigate the challenges we face, providing us with a clearer sense of direction and purpose. Mentors also offer the unique ability to see our potential even when we can't recognize it ourselves. Their encouragement can serve as a reminder of our strengths and abilities, helping us stay focused and motivated. In addition to mentorship, a support network can offer practical assistance. Whether it's brainstorming ideas with a colleague, getting advice from a friend, or receiving technical support from someone with expertise in a specific area, our network can provide the resources and knowledge we need to overcome obstacles. When we leverage our support network in this way, we gain access to a wealth of experience, perspectives, and solutions that we might not have considered on our own. This collective intelligence allows us to approach problems with a broader understanding and greater creativity. Another powerful benefit of a support network is the emotional resilience it fosters. Life's challenges can sometimes feel like they are eroding our confidence and spirit. However, having people who genuinely care about us can help restore that sense of hope and determination. When we face setbacks or experience failure, it can be difficult to maintain perspective. However, the support of those who believe in us can help us bounce back faster, reminding us that failure is not the end, but a part of the learning process. Emotional support from our network helps us manage stress, stay optimistic, and maintain a sense of balance, even when things feel chaotic. Accountability is another vital element of leveraging a support network. It's easy to let things slip or lose momentum when we're working toward a goal in isolation. However, when we share our goals and progress with others, we create a sense of responsibility. Our support network holds us accountable, encouraging us to stay on track and follow through. This accountability not only helps us stay focused, but also fuels our motivation. Knowing that others are rooting for us and holding us accountable makes it easier to push through obstacles and keep making progress. One of the most overlooked benefits of a support network is the sense of belonging it provides. When we face difficulties, it's easy to feel disconnected or like we're the only ones going through tough times. However, being part of a support network reminds us that we are not alone. Whether we share experiences with a close friend, find common ground with a colleague, or connect with someone who understands our challenges, these relationships create a sense of solidarity. This connection helps us feel validated and understood, reducing feelings of loneliness and isolation. Furthermore, a support network can help us stay grounded and focused on what truly matters. In the hustle and bustle of life, it's easy to become distracted by the noise and pressures around us. However, those in our support network can provide valuable perspectives, helping us prioritize what is truly important. They can remind us of our values, our goals, and the bigger picture when we get caught up in the day-to-day struggles. Leverage your support network not just in times of crisis, but also during moments of success. Celebrating achievements with those who have supported us along the way deepens our connections and reinforces the importance of these relationships. When we share our victories, no matter how small, with those who have been there for us, we create a sense of mutual appreciation. This sense of connection strengthens the bond we share with others and reinforces the idea that we are all in this together. Strong support network is not just a luxury, it's a necessity. It's a powerful tool that can help us overcome challenges, grow as individuals, and stay focused on our goals. By recognizing the value of those around us and leveraging their support, we position ourselves for greater success, fulfillment, and well-being. Our support network isn't just a safety net, it's a catalyst for personal growth, resilience, and achievement. When we tap into this collective strength, we become unstoppable in our pursuit of the life we desire. There are moments in life when the decisions we make feel weighty, where every choice seems to carry immense consequences. The fear of making the wrong decision can paralyze us, keeping us stuck in indecision. It's easy to become overwhelmed by the endless possibilities, to second-guess ourselves and hesitate in the face of uncertainty. However, it is in these moments of hesitation that the power of taking decisive action becomes clear. Making bold choices, even when we are unsure of the outcome, is often the difference between success and stagnation. The key to progress lies in our ability to take action without letting fear, doubt, or external pressures hold us back. Taking decisive action is not about rushing or making hasty decisions without thought. It's about making a commitment to move forward with confidence, regardless of the uncertainty that may surround us. It's about recognizing that inaction often leads to missed opportunities, while action, however imperfect, provides us with the momentum to learn, grow, and adapt. When we take action, we stop being passive observers of our lives and become active participants in shaping our future. At the core of decisive action is the ability